Hi, it's Di from My Enchanted Journals. Today we're going to do some thrift shopping. So let's take a look at what I found. So here's the things I got at the thrift store, the second-hand shop, or the charity shop. So I don't know if you remember seeing this little one. That's $2. This was another one I picked up. How cute is this? Somebody's put a lot of work into this. That's $2. This little one's only 50 cents, but look at the work. So cute. Would look really nice on the front of a junk journal. This is cute. Blue. I think that was 50 cents. This one's $2. But I thought that would be really nice in a Christmas journal, which I'll be starting soon. Another one. $2 with a rose on. Really cute. This is two of them for $3. The work that's gone into them is amazing. A wee rainbow on it. And this one here, look at this, it's so cute. I think I showed you this one in store. But yeah, really nice. And the lace around it, I hope you can see that, is really, really cute, really old. So yeah, that's really cute, and that was $1. And then I got a shirt, which I'm going to cut up. So I do that. Fabric is expensive. So I buy the shirts. This is just a lady's shirt, Gordon Smith one, with the patterns on it. But yeah, I can now cut that up and make lots of different things for it and use it on covers. So that was that. And then I got a little book, and I like these little books because they have lots of little sayings in them, and you can use them in your journals, like a whole page. Really cute. And that was $1. And then the Helen Steiner Rice book, I think I showed you in store. But these pages are really quite nice and muted, and I think that's just lovely. Like really, really nice to use for journals. Yeah. And that one is $2. This one's just, I always look for music paper, and this one had a little bit of colour on it, which I thought was nice. That was $2. And this one she let me have for 50 cents. Now this is Illustrated Guide to Gardening, a Reader's Digest one. It's a bit munted up, but look at the illustrations. They're just gorgeous. And these pages are quite flat, meaning they're not like magazine pages. Let's have a look at what we're exactly going to use. So we're definitely going to use this. So that shirt was $2. Definitely going to use that. Let me just pop those over there. Now I did really like this one for the cover, but it's an odd shape. See when it's folded in half? Let me just see like that? It's more like a traveler's journal, and that's not what I wanted to make today. So we'll put that one to one side. These ones are rounded. They're always harder to work with, but good to cut up. This one's too small. This one's pretty, but I'm going to keep it for my Christmas journals, like I said before. This one's too small, but really cute. Imagine that around a journal. Really cute, just to give it that little bit of something there. This one, that's a possibility. I might use that just to add a bit of decoration. But I think this. Now, what do you think? So if we set it up sort of like this. Oh, this stuff's getting in the way over there, isn't it? There. Right, there's the cover. And what if I added this around the top here somewhere and sewed that on like that? Now, how cute does that look? And it's just started spring here in Australia, so little rabbits with their little carrots, and the flowers seems to be appropriate. And then on the back, if you don't want to cover over the rabbits there, so that might have to go a bit further around, but then we could put this one here or something. We could move it around. So good. All right, so to make our journal, what are we going to do? Basics, basics, basics. Let's get started. Okay, so I've just got an old envelope here. I think it was the one my tax accountant gave me with my bits in it. So I've just folded it in half and then measured it against the cover that we're going to have, and that fits perfectly inside there. So the envelope is what I use as a base. So what I do is I cover the front and I cover the back. I sew them on. And then this, because it's all crinkly and yummy, when you've got your journal, it just feels really nice in your hand. So yeah, that's what we're going to use. So to start with, we need a piece of fabric, because I always do the inside first. So the inside, cover that first. Make sure I do all the sewing that I want to do on the inside, except pockets. Don't do pockets, because when you sew on the front, you sometimes can sew them up, and that's not good. So I'm just going to cut a piece of fabric, and then I'll come back and show you before I go to the sewing machine. Right, so there's our bit of fabric. Now obviously we want it the same size as the cover. So that's like the back of the shirt that you can use, because you know fabric's expensive to buy by the meter. So yeah, I often do this. All right, that's us. I've cut the label off. We're good to go. So here's our piece here that we just cut. There is a right and wrong way. So that will just go on there. So we need our envelope in between those two pieces, like this. Our envelope is a little short as well, but that's okay. And we're going to put our other material or other fabric on here. We call it material in the UK. People call it fabric in the States, I know. So it'll end up looking, this is kind of like the template for our base. And that looks quite cute. I'm just going to go and sew that now. And all I do is a zigzag stitch. You know, when we were at school, we learnt zigzag and we learnt straight stitch. Well, basically that's all you use in junk journaling. You don't have to have anything fancy. All right, so I'm back. Let me see. I've sewn, might be better that way. I've sewn all the way around. Just zigzag stitch. I'm going to go and put our cover on this side. And then our cover is almost complete. So I'm just going to go and sew that off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, so there's our cover, look, see? So what I did was just stitched another line, I hope you can see that, all the way around. And then we've got our little junk journal cover. So cute. You open it up, this is what it looks like on the inside. So it's starting to take shape. We need to sew on our other thing, don't we, our other doily. Now, there we go. That's all done. I'm not sure if you noticed, but when I sewed on the front cover before, see down here, it's puckered a bit. And that will always happen when things are not 100% square. That could have been the doily, could have been my cutting of the envelope, whatever. So what I'll do later is I'll sew some little buttons along here and you won't even see it. And that's, again, is the joy of junk journaling. It doesn't have to be perfect because we can fix it up. So there we go. That's the cover is done. So this is an old storybook. And I've just folded the pages so it's the right size. There's a bit of blue which matches our blue. And there's another one. So these will be pockets. So I've just got to cut them off level. And then I'd already started doing some collage previously, just practicing. And that's just on a normal envelope. So they can go in and you just use them as a page. So be that way up, of course. So there's 2 of those. There's just an old envelope that's got stamps on it. So that's like really interesting in your junk journal. Yes, it's got a hole there, but we'll just stick something over the top of that. That's what junk journaling's about. So that's that one. And then there's just another envelope. I don't know what that was used for, but you can see it's been glued already. And that's yellow, so it kind of matches our theme. And then I've got a card that was sent from a dear friend, so I'll use that. And then there's a blue card that we were sent on our anniversary. And so I'll use that because it's the blue and the yellow and the floral theme going on there. So that'd be nice. And then this is just an old page out of a book, but it's got the yellow again. So I'm trying to keep with a bit of a theme. And this was, I was scanning some doilies that I've got. And so I thought that would look really nice. And seeing as we've got the doilies, so we just fold that in half. And that is actually water paint paper, you know, like it's a little bit thicker. It's not file paper, so that's nice. And then I often use brown paper bags, so they're just lunch bags. So there's a couple of those. Of course, ledger paper, we've got to have ledger paper. Everybody uses ledger paper. Just adds a little bit of interest with the blue. So we'd fold those in half, like so. And then we'll start making up our signatures. So really easy to do. There's been nothing hard about any of this. And you know, the ledger paper, you can pick up ledger books. I showed you when I went to the secondhand store, all the books were just all on a shelf. You just got to rifle through them. Now this was another book I bought for $1 another time. Can you see that? $1. I don't ever buy my stuff full price. There's always stacks there. But this was like leftover paint that I had, so I splodged it on. So what I'll do is just take a couple of those out. And you see the interest, it just adds interest to your journal. So I'll take a couple of those. And that was just leftover paint. So every page is different, which is really nice. No 2 pages are the same. So let's have a look at putting 2 signatures together. Now, a signature is just a set of pages that you use in junk journaling. So we'll move that out the way. And let's see if we can make that up now with these. All right, so let's separate them. So we've got 1 each of those, 1 each of those. Now, normally when I'm making a junk journal, I don't make the signatures exact, but just for the sake of the exercise and showing you how to make a cheap junk journal, that's what we'll do today. And then, you know, it doesn't become insurmountable. Most people have got lunch bags, a lot of people, so we'll put that one there and we'll put this one here. So they are a little different, the cards. And then we'll just fold these up. So you'll get pages that are different sizes, but that's perfectly okay. And the envelope, so we'll stick something over that once we've got it in our journal. See with the stamps? It's quite cute. All different stamps, but it just adds a little bit of interest to your journal. We'll put one of those on there. I think it's that way up, but it's nice because it's got a window, so we can put something in there in our journal. See, and it'll poke through, a little tag or something, and that one there. And then we've got that set of pages for 1. And now I thought I did do a second set of pages. Let me just have a look. I did. There they are. Right, and there's a second set of pages, look, with a little cat on. How cute. So that's just children's storybooks, and they're a great source, and that's like flat paper, so it's not shiny. By flat, I mean like not magazine paper, because that's awful to use for junk journals. You can use it, and I have used it, but it's difficult to use because it's shiny. You really have to get an emery board or something like that and take the shine off of it. So let's put these together how we think. So where's my cover? Let me just check the size that I need to chop off. Just around about here. People don't have cutters. Some people don't. They just have scissors. So let's just keep it simple and let's just leave it as we mean to go on, sort of thing. Right, so that's these pages. Oh, now this one's quite cute. See, this is out of a book. And see all the little labels it's got on it? It's been like ex-library, and it's got stamping on it and interesting stuff and pictures out of a book. And that all just adds interest. So we'll put that in there like that. And then maybe we'll have the envelope. So the envelope goes like in the middle, and then this part over here, that becomes the middle. So then when it folds over, it's like a page. Yeah. And we'll leave that one. We'll maybe use a bag just for a bit of contrast. Like that. And we'll leave the card for the middle. Bit of ledger paper. Like that. Some, maybe a different colour now. This one here, the magazine one. That needs me to chop a little bit off as well. I'm not a big fan of straight edges. I know I just cut that other one, but I do like them when they're, you just sort of rip them and they take on a life of their own, you know. They're not perfect. So, you see that? That's definitely not perfect. We've got the yellow there, which we talked about before, and then a plain sheet again, and then maybe this little envelope, like that. And then the anniversary card. Look through later. So that's one set of papers, one signature, and then we need to just roughly guesstimate again. So we'll hold this one up against it, and it's around about there. And I'll show you in a minute. It's got kangaroos and koalas and kookaburras and all sorts of things, and it's really, really cute. Right, we'll move that up there. So see the kookaburra? There he is. So cute. It was Australian Poems to Read to the Very Young. So, yep, just bought it, cut it up. This property belongs to. That's always nice in the front of a journal too. And then we've got that bit different because we've got a blue page. And we've got another one with the animals trying to put out the bushfires. And then maybe we'll have a bit of ledger paper, just because the blue goes with the blue. And then maybe the bag, which is really nice. We can have the doily. That looks lovely. I love the detail on the edge of the page too, where it's been ripped out. That looks really cute. And then we've got some more paper. Oh, maybe the envelope next, because it's plain. Maybe we'll put the envelope next. So I think it's up that way. So that will go through and be held by the other side. And then this ties in with the yellow here. So that's really cute. And then we've got the other thank you card in the middle. All right, so that's, oh, we left an envelope out. So let's pop that in somewhere, maybe here. Just to give it another little patch of colour, like that. All right, so let's have a look. These are our two signatures. Okay, I'm back. Sewed all those up. You see, so now we've got pockets, tuck spots. And what I've done here is just sewn the envelope in just to make it stay, and then flick through. So I also put in the middle just something to cover the writing, and my friends gave it to us for our anniversary. And then what I'll do is later on I'll collage over the top of that. So that's one, and then this one's been done, and I did the same on that card and that envelope just to cover over, and I can collage later on. Right. Now, I also did something on the cover. I hated seeing this pucker down here. Really annoys my OCD. Not really, but you know. So I just stuck a patch on and then a little heart, and it looks quite cute. All right, let's assemble. So put this in here like this. Right, now we need to make sure that we can keep it in here. So normally I would do a pamphlet stitch and go right through. But just for today, just so you can see how simple it is, I'm just going to tie it with some ribbon or some sari silk. So I'm just going to go and grab that. Okay, here we are. We're back. Right, so just for today, I'm just going to use sari silk just around the middle. So this is an easy way to bind, especially if you want to move the pages around. So you would just put the sari silk through the middle, like that. That's one. And the other one is just simple stuff. It's not expensive. It's actually a scarf that I cut up. So I guess we have to count that in our costings as well. So we put the two signatures in. We have our sari silk coming down and through there. We put that over, we bring it down, and we tie up one with the other. So probably down the bottom here, so that they hang down when we look. And we need it fairly tight, but not overly tight. And tie it in a knot. And the other one, funny colours on some of these, but it's only just for the example. Like I probably would pick something with more yellow in it, or it has got a little bit of the red in it, I guess, but you know what I mean. So this is just for the example today, just so that you can see how easy it is to set it up. Right, so let's have a look. This is our finished journal. Let's have a little flip through. So we've got the cover and the back. So here, so I'd probably put junk journal in stamping or something across there. So let's have a look. So here we go. That's our inside cover. Turned out really nice, didn't it? And we've got a tuck spot here. Go through, we can write our name here. Paper, cute little illustrations. So you can either, do something over the top of them like paint or collage, or you can leave them like that. We've got another tuck spot here. This one I've left open so that we can see the picture. It's in the envelope, and we can use that as a tuck spot as well. Paint on it or whatever. Paper, our paper bag. Our photocopied doily page, that's really easy to do. You just scan your doilies on the printer. This is our collaged envelope. Remember I sewed it in, so that's a little tuck spot in there. And we've got a journaling spot here. We've got the card that came from my friend, which I've just stuck something over the top, which I'll collage. But it's a nice way to keep your cards because you get to use them again and then remember who gave them to you. And then working our way back through the other part. So this part here I'll probably glue down. And that's the back end of that. That looks really pretty, that. And then maybe I cut that open or use it as a journaling spot. And same with this end of the envelope, so that can be used. That's great for little tags or little notes you want to write for yourself. Again, I left this one open so you could see the picture. It's so cute. You can write in here, journal here. It's just really sweet. And the little boy and girl, they're really cute. The little yellow shirt and the blue shorts. So sweet. The illustrations in this were really lovely. But again, you could paint over the top of that or, whatever you wanted to do, really. There's a tuck spot there, and now we're on to the second signature, little pussycat. She's so cute. And this paper is really nice because it's nice and flat. And there's tuck spot, and the little fairy princess. And this is the one that came from the library. So it's got all the markings over it, which is really nice for a junk journal. And then it's the envelope again, same one as the, well, not the same, but same sort of thing. And again, I sewed it in just so it wouldn't wobble around with this loose kind of binding. There's the bag you can write on. And these pages, they're great for writing on or collaging, doing some gesso, stenciling, that kind of thing. With the yellow on that, that was then the stamps. I really like that with the yellow in it. And I'm going to stick something over the top of this. But it's really cute. Really, got lots going on. And then the painted page. And then this was an anniversary card we received this year, which is really pretty. And the blue goes with all the colours, the spring theme. And then I've just stuck something over the top so that I can either journal or I can collage over it as I go through. And then we're going down the other side. This is the other part of the envelope, the yellow. It's really nice with the postmarks on it. Anything like that, just keep your envelopes because you can use all of them. There's the yellow again. Pages for writing on. And again, this I'd probably stick that down to give it more, stick it there just to give it more hold, I guess, in the book. And there's a little really old book. That was about 1959 or something, I think. Yeah, the illustrations are cute. They look like they've been charcoal drawn. And the fairy princess and the boy. So I think there's 2 pages there. There we go. And then that's the back. So the back I'd probably put pocket on, something like that. But that'll be all a work in progress. So yeah, there we have it. Okay, so let's add it up. This yellow one was $3, remember? 3. That one was $1, so that's 4. Say 50 cents for the heart. It's not, but let's just say, so that's $4.50. Say $2 for the bits of scarf, so that's $6.50. We bought a shirt, didn't we? That was $2, so that's $8.50. And then let's say $2 worth of book pages, because the envelopes were free that came in the mail. So 10, and the cards were free. They were given to me. So $10.50 to make this journal. I think that's pretty good and pretty budget-wise. So it's not expensive, and it's a great little craft to get into. Thanks for watching. If you could like and subscribe or leave me a little message down the bottom, that would be great. See you later. Bye-bye.